Ready? Let's go.
3, 2. I know, you see, somehow the world will change for me and be so wonderful.
Ding. Oh, wait.
Bing, bang, bang, live life, breathe air. Somehow we're gonna get there and be so wonderful. Just leave it all to me. Welcome to the Trench Dwellers
Welcome back.
podcast.
Hi.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing pretty good. Really quick. No, how are you? Sorry. How are you? Hurry. How are you doing?
I'm good.
All right.
Oh my god.
Now that we've skipped the fucking formalities. Remember when you told me about that Gibby dude falling from the fucking ceiling? Fuck.
What?
All right.
There's a scene in iCarly where they're like, I forget what leads up to it, but Gibby, the punchline of the scene is Gibby falls from the ceiling.
Okay.
Like he has to like hit a cue and be like, Gibby, and come down from the ceiling.
Yeah. Miranda Cosgrove goes, Gibby, and then that's when he says his name, and then he falls out of the ceiling.
And then he bounces on the fucking ground, and apparently like the backstory to that stunt was like the dude actually like cracked his ribs or some shit. And it was really fun.
Way.
It was really bad.
Dude, it's
Gibby!
in the clip. First of all, it's clearly not Gibby. Noah Monk, I believe is his name, right? It's clear. It's like a tall, grown ass like man. But when he fucking falls, he bounces so hard, and you can see it on Miranda Cosgrove. What's your fucking name? Jeanette McCurdy and
Freddie.
Freddie. I feel bad.
Nathan Kress.
Thank you, Nathan Kress. You can see like on their faces. Unfortunately, it's very funny.
He came to the Cheesecake Factory when I worked there.
Wow. Was he nice?
Super nice.
I think he has like a kid.
He has a child. He's married. He has a beard, and he's a short king.
He definitely looks like somebody's dad.
Yeah, he is.
One way to put it.
Oh my god.
Anything new with anybody?
Anything new? New year, new mindset, new grind set.
New lime set. Bowl of limes on my counter like Dakota Johnson, who's going to be Madam Web in Spider-Man. We'll talk about that someday, probably. Anyway.
Don't make no
That
damn
was
sense.
quite the ride from the limes.
Yeah, I don't know how I got there.
I got my nose pierced.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I see it.
Finally.
Do you feel like a new woman?
I feel more me. It just really completes me. No, rough. I feel good. I just want it to be a ring already, but it won't be. Not for a while. Wow.
You're right. I wanted a ring too. Maybe I should have did that instead. Can you do that? Can't you do that
You
instead?
have to wait till it heals, and then you can switch it.
Okay.
But that's all. That's it, folks. Your turn.
My turn?
Your turn.
I finished the show Succession recently. I think that show's really good, personally. I know it doesn't really seem that appealing, but the way it's shot, it's kind of shot like The Office and like kind of like a handheld style, but the quality's really, really good. Like it's like prestige television, I guess they call it, or some shit like that.
Okay.
That's a thing.
I don't know what that means. I hear it in like video essays a lot. I don't know what it's supposed to mean. I think like Breaking Bad, and, like those like kind of dark like drama like shows.
Stuff
Sopranos,
that are very like really cinematic.
Could be
yeah,
a
and
movie
like
if you
serious like
wanted to.
HBO type shit, I guess. But
Is Euphoria that?
I guess
Probably.
Okay.
we should talk about Euphoria one day too, but not this time. I have a lot to say.
I've never seen it. I've only seen the first episode, and I was like, and then I stopped.
Literally same.
It's probably for the best.
But I feel like I watch it because Twitter gives me all the spoilers.
Season
Fuck
2.
Cassie.
I don't know shit except for, bitch, are you dumb or whatever she said.
Bitch, you
Bitch,
better
better
be
be
joking.
Better be joking. And I've started to screenshot the memes. I'm seeing enough memes where I will make a collage. It's
I
not
believe it.
funny anymore.
I believe it.
It's not funny anymore.
I cut you off. I'm sorry.
It's all good. What are they even talking about?
Succession.
Yeah, right. Succession. It was good. it's hard for me to explain what it is. I'm not gonna try, but it's entertaining once you like get to know all the characters. I guess like you get to watch these people be like horrible and dumb, and then you watch them fail, and it's like, huh, of course you failed.
Is that like Euphoria?
No, no. It's like it takes place in like the business like world.
Okay.
I guess, which doesn't sound interesting at all, which is why I don't like to describe it. But
Well, that shit's interesting, man, because Wolf of Wall Street.
yeah, you're right. But yeah, that's my recommendation of the week when it comes to TV.
Are you
But-
fucking out?
Besides that,
He said Wolf of Wall Street. I had to. I'm
that
sorry.
reminded me of a scene in Succession where it's like, "What are you waiting for? A kiss? Be gone. Fuck off. Bye bye." It kills me.
A kiss?
That's fucking funny.
Be gone.
That sounds like something Faye Valentine would say. The original, not whatever the fuck. That
Welcome
was.
to the ouch, motherfucker.
Welcome to the Ouch.
You haven't seen that clip from?
That's from
the
Cowboy Bebop.
Live action Cowboy Bebop.
Dude.
You're lying.
I'm not lying. Look up "Welcome to the Ouch" on one of your phones. I
I
dare
refuse
you.
to get the cookies from that. I don't want to see any more than I
The
already have
cookies.
to.
They already heard me say it.
Shit, you don't need a
Oh
smoke.
no, serious against me.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I'm
Welcome
sorry.
to the ouch.
Devin, your turn.
I've been on the path to like trying to like really better myself mentally.
Oh, it's like spitting.
And like one of the first steps in that is me taking a bit of time off work. So I talked to my manager like last week about I was like, yo, look, buddies be fucked up, to be quite honest. Buddies be out here on their depression type shit. So
Right.
I'm gonna need some time off. She was cool with it. I'm currently training to be a supervisor, and then after that, I'm gonna be able to take some time off. So I'm trying to like speed run this shit, so I can live. And yeah, I reached out to an old friend the other day, reconnecting with them, so that's pretty cool as well. Yeah, I'm just trying to fucking help myself a bit more this year
That's
and
awesome.
beyond. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get a therapist at some point too. Yeah, that's like the
Let's
whole point.
go.
That's the whole point of me taking time off is to talk to someone.
Let's go, baby.
Mental health. All right. Speaking of mental health, you know what really fucks up your mental health? Middle school.
Oh yeah.
The trauma.
Let me tell you about it. The bullying. Nah, one of you guys can go first. I lied to you.
Oh, okay. I had like a scene phase, emo phase, like
Right?
when I asked.
As most people did.
As most people do. And like, as I grow older, that joke of like, it's not a phase is like, I'm like, oh.
Hold on.
Not me trying to be a big titty, thick goth girl. Like, but my family also like poked at me because I have 3 siblings, and at that age, you're just kind of like, you say whatever first joke comes to mind. I feel like you don't really get a filter, and I was a very easy target. But in like middle school, I remember people would do like scrubbing. Did you have scrubbing?
Oh, I think so. I heard about it, but I don't know if I actually saw it. I heard stories about it when I first got there.
Yeah.
But I made friends with one of the 8th graders already, so I was like
So
safe,
you were
I
safe?
guess.
Yeah.
Or 7th graders. You know what I mean? Like I had like older friends. So
It's
it was
when
like,
you like are a 7th grader and you get like thrown into a trash can or like pushed into one as you're walking by
Yeah,
one.
I heard about that in middle school.
And then it's
I
called
never saw it
scrubbing,
though.
and you pick up the trash can, you like shake it so they sink in a little more.
Truly bullying.
It's literally
Like actual like, imagine getting scrubbed,
that's some Hey Arnold shit.
and then afterwards they call you scrub. Like they call you scrub for a while.
They should really call it like canning or something.
Nah.
I get it because like, oh, you're a scrub, but like that's like you should. I feel like that's more of a 6th grade. 7th grade, you've been there for a bit, right?
No, cause we had 7th and 8th grade junior high.
Okay, so
not a
you're
6,
right.
7, 8.
Yeah, 6th graders for our school, I think.
Yeah,
is
we had
was what I
6th
heard.
grade.
It's funny because like in my elementary, 6 was still in elementary, and when you were a 6th grader, you were like on top of the world because you were the older kids. And then when you were 7th grade, it's like, fuck, not again. No, I thought I went through all this.
I went to a kindergarten through 5th.
As many do. Oh, my kindergarten was separate.
Yeah. So not many kids.
I'm not like most girls.
I'm different.
Anyway.
I have a few very specific memories. I won't do one of them because it includes people in my life now. I won't put you on blast like that. You're lucky. But
At least for this cast.
yeah, maybe later. Maybe when they're here.
I was gonna say maybe when they're in the room.
But I remember one specific instance where this kid like walked up to me by like the bungalow bathrooms where all of like the health classes were and stuff like that, and he looked me in my face and asked me if I wanted to go body in the bathroom for 30 seconds, and I said no. I don't remember what happened. I think he might have just walked away. He was like, and like just kind of like walked away.
Yeah.
It was like, and then I was telling them, Devin to you earlier about another bad memory I had where I was had like a I always call it the circus unit because it was like
I'm almost
stilts.
positive that's what it was.
Yeah,
right?
still it's like a unicycle.
Circus?
We had pogo sticks.
Yeah, it was like, yeah.
Yeah,
For fun?
for like PE.
No, he would make us, bro. And then like I remember I'm sorry to hijack.
If you
No,
can't
you're
do
good.
10 bounces,
Devin
you're
was
done.
there. We went to the same school.
Dude, oh yeah, we went to the same. The unicycle was scary as fuck to get on.
Yeah, I didn't even.
Almost
How are you
everybody,
gonna get graded on that?
dude. Almost everybody was like, I don't want to get on this. He's like, you better fucking try. And we're like,
What do you
motherfucker, what are you talking?
And there's always that one fucking freak that just knows how to do it naturally.
Yeah, they were like
Not to call them a freak, but
they're
like, you know
freaks.
what I mean?
It was a handful of those genetic fucking freaks, those Resident Evil 2 fucking William Birkin looking motherfuckers walking around talking about some ooh wee, zooey mama. And they were
This is easy, guys.
Yeah, it's like 2 of them, 3 of them like.
What do you mean you can't do it?
Yeah, they're like, this is fucking simple.
Look at me, coach. Look
Yeah.
at me.
And then everybody else on the gates, like, just standing there. some people trying. Some people like, oh, I'm getting it. And it's like, no.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, I picked up this. I tried the unicycle for a second. I almost fell. I was like, nope. I went to
Dude.
the stilts and I was like, okay, but
Still wasn't so bad.
yeah, but it's not really fun.
Y'all
And
are-
Yeah.
You were in the air.
yeah.
They were kind
Yeah.
of low. We had, like, the little baby ones.
The most extensive ones, or like extensive thing that we had was like on rainy days we'd play like badminton in the fucking
Dude,
gym.
that shit was dangerous. I remember they beamed it into my eye one
That shit
time.
was fun.
I was always like, fuck, when I would be up against the dudes. It was always the boys just,
No.
like, absolutely.
Prince of Tennis type beat.
Yes,
I was
they
gonna say the
swear they're
spiking
an anime.
formation.
They swear it's anime. Anyway,
But I
Pick up
sorry.
I picked up the pogo stick after that, and I like started to get the hang of it.
I'm trying so hard not to make a comment on the pogo stick.
But yeah, I had a pogo stick and it was pretty fun. And I was like, wow, I can actually do one of these fucking weird ass activities.
Yeah.
And
Little circus, man.
you know, there's multiple PE classes going on at once. So like some other class was running by, and this other kid like he makes a comment. I think I remember what he said. He's like, "Get your big ass off the thing," or something along those lines. And I was just like, I like stopped for a second, and I was like, "Wow,
You have very white teeth.
thanks."
Yeah, they're gorgeous.
I'm surprised they're still white. All the bullshit I eat, you know.
Hey, man, as long as you brush and floss, baby, you can't lose.
Yeah, something like that.
Water picks.
That's why we're sponsored by. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. But I think,
Redacted.
yeah, overall middle school was great, but there were some very key memories of people just getting like bodied, like
Yeah, dude.
emotionally and physically.
It was bad, man. It was really fucking.
I remember grabbing some kid by the collar actually one time.
I remember that.
Yeah, I
And it
forgot
was
about
funny.
that. He just made me mad. Like I forget what he even said.
And we definitely hyped it up.
Yeah, I know. And then I had to like stop myself. I was like, wait a minute, this isn't me.
All I see is red.
I almost chose violence.
All I see is red. I don't know what happened. I don't know what took over me.
Spider-Man? No, I can't.
I had to take the black suit off.
This isn't me.
You blinked and you're on a fucking side of a building.
Oh, this feels good.
Good.
Damn, that was funny. Fuck that smooth.
Yeah, that shit was like, I don't remember I just remember grabbing the guy and then I woke up essentially. I was like, wait.
I'm sorry. He's like,
He's like, you hear him go hit the ground like,
back to the ground, looking up at you, dirt in his eyes. Hey man, I'm sorry. You reach out to him, he fucking pulls away. No. Anyway.
My spiritual pressure radiating through the middle school. The shit's getting violent. Everybody runs to the fucking. But yeah, I wasn't always a violent child. I never was actually, but you know.
I kind of liked fighting.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't gotta talk about it a lot. Not me staring into the like shadow of the window. I kind of like fighting.
Do you want to talk about it?
Bitches.
I would say like it's where I feel like a lot of I don't know, I'm not afraid of like confrontation and stuff, and like 2 years ago my Valentine's Day gift to myself was a kickboxing bag, and I didn't plan on taking kickboxing. I kind of just wanted it to like learn self-defense and stuff. And I put it up, that shit was stupid heavy, and I remember like starting to like play around on it, and I was like, oh, this is reminding me of my youth. And then like I had again siblings and we fought all the time, specifically me and my stepbrother. But like when you're like, nah, I don't like violence, I was like, I won't say I like it, but like no, I already did. I wouldn't seek it out.
You're telling me like every punch on the bag you get a flash about your past life, your being bitches ass.
Every other two.
I thought it was like a burst of like euphoria. Each hit was like
It was like
bliss.
after I like finished like my first, I guess, like go around with the punching bag, and then I like sat down, I was drinking water, and I was like, oh no. But it was like therapeutic on the punching bag, and so I was like, I see why people like are fighters, and then I'm also like thinking about middle school. It's like no one had to fight in middle school. Why are you fighting in middle school? Why are you throwing hands with a 9-year-old?
Dude. This guy in middle school fought this girl and got fucked up.
You're lying.
I am dead ass serious.
Oh yes.
He got fucked up. Like, and everybody knew. They're like, oh, they're gonna fight at lunch. I was like, what the fuck? Skinny black kid. Nah, son.
Not my SoundCloud rapper name again.
Nah.
Skinny. What did you say?
Skinny black kid.
You didn't say name. Said comma.
I wish I could remember the girl's name.
But
Oh
was
my
she
God.
like? Was she like?
She wasn't like huge, but she wasn't like skinny, and she was just like a rowdy black girl. Like she wasn't gonna have it. You know what I mean? Like,
Man got his shit.
and he was just like kind of like a stoner before I knew what a stoner was, and he was like just skinny and like would just talk shit, you know. And it's like, dude, you're not gonna win. And I remember my dad's driving me home after school. I'll never forget this shit.
Wait, was he light skinned?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Like he wasn't like super light, but he was like.
I think I
light.
know who.
You might know.
Go
You
on.
might. I feel like you know like all of them, but I probably shouldn't have said his name. Maybe.
No, we'll bleep it out. It's okay.
Yeah.
We'll bleep it out.
Damn, I should have fuck. All right, my bad.
Don't worry about it. We're good.
No, it sets me there. It puts me in the setting.
Yeah, I was
needed-
just
I needed
all
it.
I was. But
Skinny black kid redacted.
so my dad's like driving me home, and then like there's a side of the school where there's like a bunch of trees at some point, and like the sidewalk starts to, you know how the trees like are under the cement and they start to fuck it up, yeah. So it starts to, it's like sidewalk, and then there's more trees, and then the ground starts to get fucked up and it's dirt, and we're like driving, and it's like that part of the school, and then there's entrances along that sidewalk.
Okay.
And he's like, it's the after school, so there's a bunch of kids walking around and stuff, and I see this fucking dude, and I promise you, we like locked fucking eyes, and he had his hoodie like wrapped around his head, but I could see his fucking face was swollen as shit. And I like locked eyes with this like
Like that video I sent in the Twitter earlier, where the guy gets in the car, and
Yes.
the guy's asked me.
Yeah. Literally same energy, and he was a mess. He was a Jeb Bush mess.
Not on the way home.
And I was like, damn
Trying
it.
to escape it as fast as he can.
Really quick. I got another one. I have so many. But
Please.
This is a completely different, separate time. My father is driving me home the opposite way. We're passing by my old elementary school because the middle school and the elementary are very close to each other. These like my dad and I are like at a stop, and a flood of children, like, is like, oh, let me slow down. So there's an alley to our right. Mm-hmm. We're at the stop. There's a, you know how when there's a fight, the kids are surrounding it like fucking vultures.
Yeah.
And my fucking dad is like, damn. He's not like, oh, they should stop. He's like, yo. Because I think it was like 2 girls. I'm almost positive it was like 2 girls, and they were scrapping. They were fucking fighting, and one of them got like bapped onto the fucking ground. And my dad was like, damn. And the kids were like, oh fuck. And then somebody came over, and they fucking dispersed.
Scatter!
They ran in front of our fucking vehicle, behind it. That was just like wild as fuck.
There's this place behind my school where like we would just be like the palms, like the palm trees, and there's a park behind our middle school, and that's where everyone would fight. And I remember there was this one fight with this girl named. She was a hot Cheeto girl. She would have. Oh my god, I would not want to be face to face with her. And then this like very pick me Paris Hilton type like white girl. And I was like, oh, this is the fight of the year. This is the one we're going to be talking about when we're signing each other's yearbooks.
This is round for round, blow by blow. We're at the fucking court side.
The absolute octagon. Everyone's spread out.
About to have the blood splatter on you.
Oh, I hope. But it was like the first fight of like that year that I went to go see. And it was the last fight I'd ever seen again. And it was like, this girl, the girls that was, I forget her name, the Paris Hilton, I'm gonna call her Paris. Paris was like, she was untying this like shoelace as like a hairband.
Tie, yeah.
And then she took it out and then like wrapped her hair in it like a ponytail and like did like, sorry, I'm shaking my head to see if the ponytail will fall out. And she did that. And then she like cracked her neck a little bit, but like pulled a muscle. And I'm like, oh, you're done. Oh, you're done.
Finished.
You're done if it's in your neck. And then they started fighting, and then just had like one blow, and then the ponytail fell out. And I thought it was really funny. All of that work. And you pulled a muscle. Now you're on the floor with your hair down.
K.O. Perfect.
I'll tell you guys about the time that my sister like. It's a fight I never saw, but I remember.
She scrapped?
Yeah, apparently, like this was at Oakwood Academy. Like,
She went to Oakwood Academy?
yeah, this
Dude,
was like not even like grade school yet. I don't think, but I
That was
was
preschool.
yeah, like I like walked. My mom
scrapped
parks
the
the car. She always drops her off and then drops me off like at middle school or whatever the fuck, wherever I was going at the time. Anyway, but she dropped me. She was dropping her off, but she was taking longer than usual. I noticed, and I was kind of like, damn, she's gonna take in a minute. I want to get some donuts. You know what I mean? Because it was right next to that donut shop.
The one right over there.
Yeah, by the Bean. Like, no, I was like, and she came. My mom came back out and told me that like my sister like walked in and just started fucking swinging on somebody. Like she was marinating on it or something. I was like, oh my god, Ken? Like, she was like, yeah. She had like on the floor. I was like, yo, who the fuck crossed her? That was crazy. Like I never saw it, but like,
Yeah.
I was just like, oh my god.
Kid scraps are funny when they're like that young. It's like, what are you so
Yeah, like,
mad
God
about?
damn.
What
Maybe
happened?
getting personal.
Could have been anything, really.
Yeah, honestly. But that, yeah. I think about that sometimes. I'm like, you have it in you, don't you? You're going to beat somebody's ass again one day. And I'll be there for it. I'll have your back. Anyway, speaking of fighting.
Looked me up. Oh,
Go
wow.
on.
We want to talk about The Incredibles.
Yeah.
So I saw The Incredibles recently. 4 or 5 days ago, probably 4. Watched it with Bae. It was bursting. Absolutely bursting at the seams. It was fantastic. I remember it was a banger. but I haven't seen it in a while, and it was just like wow, like literally every moment I was like, this is fucking good, and there's a lot of stuff.
Pixar's best for sure.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of stuff I don't remember, like not like a lot of stuff, but I guess just the tone, like the tone of the whole movie is like. I was almost like, this isn't really a kids movie, or like this is like an OG kids movie. Like this is where they like treat the kids like
They're not afraid of telling like a good
yeah,
story.
like a really suck. Cause I remember as a kid, my dad liked that movie more than me. I remember getting
Yeah,
ready
me
for
too.
yeah, I remember getting ready for work. Jesus Christ!
No,
getting
not
ready
you as
for-
a child.
In my suit,
Putting
little-
on your little...
Imagine putting on some fucking overalls or like a
oh, like that
jumpsuit.
working class man.
No, I pictured the suit. I pictured you tying a tie in the mirror. And you're so small.
I
You're a
weigh
little
just a
peanut.
little
Picking up a briefcase. I'll be home by 6.
dinner. Better be ready.
Yeah.
I remember getting ready for school, and my dad was like sitting there watching The Incredibles, like, man, fuck, this shit is good as fuck. And I was like, really? Like, I remember I was like, I like it, but like, wow. And then fast forward to like now, and I'm watching it, and I'm like, hey, yo, and, like, I'm trying to think of like moments that really stuck out to me. Something that I remembered when I was a kid was Mr. Incredible saving that guy, and he fucking sues him. He's like, the line was Mr. Incredible's like, I saved your life, and he's like, you ruined my death. I was like, damn. And then just the narrator like talking like it's because it's like at this point it's like a
Mr. Incredible.
yeah, it's like a news
Yeah.
reel or whatever. He's like, Mr. Incredible's being sued for a man's attempted suicide, blah 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 blah. And then it was just like, damn, they were like going there, like just like this is like the beginning of the movie, and it's such an interesting take that like we still haven't really had like on that level from like the big superhero movies, but just and then like it opens and then Mr. Incredible's like older and he's like fatter or whatever, and he's just like fucking clearly depressed. Like
Yeah.
he's like depressed.
Depressed
like,
working at his job,
yeah,
like his desk job. just
sad.
fucking,
Like he just looks like
The
so.
fluorescent lights.
Yeah, and then like I don't know. It's like he's such like an everyman, and he's like I feel like you're already on his side. Like as a kid, it's like he reminds me, even though he's a white man, reminds me of like my dad in a way. Like he's working. He's like a working guy, and then Miss Incredible just being so like she's like the glue of the family. Like she's like holding that bitch like together, and she's just she's so likable from the like everybody's like so good. And like as a kid, I remember I was like Dash can run fast, and he's a boy. So, but
I'm
like,
a boy.
yeah, and like
Hold
now,
on.
now I'm just like, okay, movie characters, and like, it was fucking good. And at some point they said, "Damn," and I was like, hold up,
Ollie?
hold up,
Oh,
he's eating my chicken.
The cat's trying to get the Jollibee.
not my bee.
No, no, no.
I was gonna say, I was just thinking about the other day, like that line, like when everybody's super.
No,
No
one
one
will be. Dude, oh my god. Okay, so let me. Now I gotta run it back a little bit more. So before I watched The Incredibles, the day before I watched Alvin and the Chipmunks,
Of course.
the 2007 Alvin and the Chipmunks. And as a kid when it had came out, I was like going into like preteen age at that point. So I wasn't like a really young kid, and I had seen the Alvin and the Chipmunks like movies and cartoons, like the OGs at that point. So I was like a fan of that, and I was like, okay, like I'll watch it. And then even as a kid, I was like, this is weird. Like this doesn't feel. Cause I had like a point of reference. And I was like, this is weird. And like we were watching it. I'm gonna say James. James and I were watching it, and he was like, he had the exact opposite. Syndrome is in The Incredible, or he's in the Alvin and the Chipmunks. Dave is Syndrome,
Yeah.
but like Promises makes fucking sense. But we're watching it, and he's like, oh, I love this as a kid, and it fucking sucks now. And I'm like, dude, it always sucked. Like I remember this shit was ass.
Dave!
Yeah, and I guess now I'm talking about Alvin and the fucking Chipmunks, but whenever they're like on screen, they go out of their way to separate them from
Yeah.
everybody else, and the CGI is terrible. Like it's awful.
Yeah.
And like Dave is like so clearly like I'm talking to nothing. And like it's like but the whole time I watched it, I'm like, dude, that's Syndrome. Like he just sounds like Syndrome. Anyway, I watched The Incredibles and I think it was Miss Incredible. She's like, damn, or some shit like that. Damn it. And I was like, whoa. whoa, my Incredibles.
Me, my small ass in the fucking movie theater seat, like looking up at my parents, like.
My mom was asleep in the Incredibles.
That's incredible.
I'll never forget.
Sorry. I really, really like vividly remember that one scene with Dash like in like the jungle.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that's a great scene.
That shit was insane.
I
like,
loved his laugh when he ran on the water.
Yeah. Dude, it's weird that like we haven't had like a speedster sequence like that tops like anything in that movie, honestly, and like other superhero movies.
The action is so good, and then the way they portray the stretchy powers has to be like one of my favorites, if not my favorite. Like, because as a kid, I thought about Mr. Fantastic, and I'm like, he sucks. I don't like him. And there's like this movie where it's like, wait, that shit might be lit. I know there's like Luffy, but I haven't seen. I'm not super familiar with One Piece, so I can't like say that I'm looking to Luffy for that. So seeing the way, like when she's going through the doors and it's like keeps shutting on her, but like I don't know, it was just like so. It was good. They had all these sequences like with their powers in mind.
Yeah,
so good.
Yeah,
I liked like the always plays in my head when they're fighting in the living room.
at the table.
In the living room. It's like after hours, and he like just came back from like fighting crime.
This is not about.
That's the one. That's the one.
At the neck.
Yeah, the neck. And then it's so funny because like even though she's like being all stretchy and shit, and like they're talking about something that is clearly like you're not gonna talk about fighting crime and superhero powers with your family, but like it was such a real like the feelings behind it were so real.
Yes.
Everything was real. Like this is not about you. Kids in the room. Oh, honey, like blah blah blah. I was just like, oh,
Dude, yeah.
but like nothing had happened yet, and I was just like, oh my god.
That movie good. That's
That
a
movie
good
made me like grow up. Like I came out of the movie theater like 2 inches taller.
You had your little suit on at that point. Shit, I gotta go to work after this.
I gotta help my mom.
I'm running late.
She's watching the baby.
Wait a minute,
Oh,
Doc.
man.
I think
I'm late for school.
that
Speak of my mom.
yeah, they use like their powers to like great effect to emphasize their emotions a lot. Which
Yeah, and their character. And yeah.
I really, really love that. Like that, it's like the best Pixar movie to me. Still, like they haven't really topped it for me.
Dude, okay, so I was thinking, because, all right. Dude, her voice is fucking weird.
Yeah.
I don't remember her voice being so weird. She sounds old as shit.
I am mom.
Mom.
No, her voice actress is like older.
Yeah.
Like including when they made the first.
Yeah, not even the second one. She was already
No,
old.
she was mad old. Well, I mean, like that sounds disrespectful. This bitch old as hell.
Well,
No.
for the character she's
For
playing.
the character, yeah. She's like, Mom, like, where is your job? Like,
Where is your job? Why aren't you at work?
yeah. Have you found a husband yet? A wife, maybe?
Are they them?
Are they them? But yeah. Anyway.
Fuck. One of you said something and I thought about it. Damn, Daniel. Violet? Beauregard? Is that their name? Parr.
Abort.
Beauregard? Who's that? Is
Violet
that
Beauregard is
Willy Wonka?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Violet Beauregard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to have a snozzberry. What did she say? I want a new balloon now.
I want a squirrel. But Daddy, I want a squirrel.
Squawwell. She's a little
I feel like
bitch.
was Violet the gum chewer?
Yeah.
Or,
She
okay,
became the
and then-
blueberry. She became the fetish.
That
and then
horrifying
who's
ass
the-
scene.
Who's the
Yeah,
rich
that
little
nightmare.
kid? The rich kid.
The one who was a TV or something?
No,
He
the
went into
little,
the
the
TV.
little girl that was like, let's be friends.
Oh,
Aren't
the
they all
squirrel,
rich?
the squirrel bitch.
Squirrel bitch.
Mm.
Daddy, I want a squirrel.
Squirrel. Are you talking about Willy
Veruca
Wonka,
Salt.
the OG?
Veruca
Or are you
Salt.
talking about
The newer
the Johnny
one.
Depp? That was a nightmare for me.
I think it was the start of me being like,
This
kind of
is,
smacks.
that scared me, man. You know what? The OG scared me more. But I think the Johnny Depp one made me like uncomfortable. I think that's what I would say. It
I
made
remember
me
getting the chocolate from like Blockbuster and watching it, eating it.
Me too.
And I was like, yeah,
That shit was
bro.
lit. I'm there.
I
me
got a
too,
golden
dog.
ticket.
I was scared.
I got a golden ticket.
I was a bitch though as a kid. James and the Giant Peach like gave me nightmares
Oh, that
for
was another
years.
favorite.
Oh man, for years that scared me. I remember in
love that
preschool literally sobbing when they put that shit. Dude, when he when he crawled in the fucking Jeep and it transformed from
was like-
real to CGI, I was the exact opposite. I was
so
like,
excited.
I opened my eyes real wide and I did a goofy cartoon.
His eyes popped out of his head.
It went
Boing.
boing.
I was like, what the fuck? And then you see the shadows of the bugs on the wall. They're like, yeah, we gotta fucking kill him, nigga. And I was like, what the fuck? He's like watching.
Stay here.
Yeah, I was like, dude, what the fuck? And he falls, and they're like in his face. I was
I
like,
love that shit.
dude, and he's a big ass centipede. That was a nightmare.
Okay, that centipede.
With his sharp teeth.
Yeah, weird.
Dude,
Whenever he
every
opened his mouth.
character. Dude, oh my god, dude. Ironically, I have arachnophobia. Ironically, the spider was my favorite because she was the most normal, fucking calm.
She was my original
She was like,
babe
"Oh,
then.
James."
She was my she-dash
She was, yeah, she was a bad. They was a bad bitch. I promise I'm not a bigot.
Hold on, what, bro?
I fucking love that movie. I fucking love. I'm gonna go home and watch it.
Okay, so real quick, The
His little
Incredibles.
jacket. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Okay, you said Pixar's best. I was talking to some coworkers the day after I had seen it, or like the same, whatever. Either way, I talked to some coworkers about how I'd watched it, and I was like, "That's got to be Pixar's best shit, yet." And then they're like, "Oh yeah, I fucking love that one." Also, Monsters Inc. And I was like, "Monsters fucking Inc, bro!" And I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, it's got to be like the Toy Story, the first one, second one, third one's cool too, but like specifically the first and second one, and then Monsters Inc. and Incredibles. I think those got to be the GOATs, like the greatest of all time. Monsters Inc. was slapping when I was a kid. Like that was on repeat, bro. I wanted Mike Wazowski to just live his life. This fool was like, I'm trying to date my girlfriend. So he's like, I got a
my
baby.
fucking business. I'm trying to get
Bro.
hooked, hitched.
And everybody was shitting on him. They're like, Mike Wazowski, you're a bitch. It was like Spider-Man 2. But like, Peter Parker was like a side character.
Yeah.
What were you going to say? Sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say that I need to rewatch Monsters Inc. because I haven't seen it in a long time.
It's fucking good, man.
And yeah,
It's just two best friends with a kid. It's great. There's nothing that.
He's like, I got this fucking kid, man. He's
what
like,
if two pretty best friends raised a child?
and children were illegal.
Oh my god,
Dude, it's
I
great.
started shaking like a dog.
I remember my grandma really liked that line, and I was like, it's not that funny. Now it's funny to me. Shake it like a dog. Oh, fuck, dude. That movie is so...
Because he was just like, I'm shaking like a dog. His whole body.
Yeah. On the TV, right? Like, after they were, like, interviewing.
It might have been like, and it took me with his tentacles and shook me like a dog. Something like that.
I always think about when Mike was talking to whatever her name is, Agnes or whatever, and he's like, you're looking lovely today. No, not his girlfriend, but the...
Oh.
Yeah. He's like, you're looking ravishing today. Like, just the way he, like, delivered it was, like, so funny to me as a kid. It felt like a real man, but he had one eye and he was green and small. I was like, wow. And then Sully, I was like, that's Pacha. That's New Groove.
Oh, man.
That's another banger. Disney was on a roll, dude.
What happened? Right?
When would you guys say, like, they stopped hitting?
I mean, look at their top.
I say, like, Tangled. I lied, Frozen.
Oh, you know what? You're so right,
Yeah.
because
Tangled was good.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, the last good one.
Oh.
I like Frozen.
I like Frozen. I don't love it because I had... It was, like, in high school, and I was on the band staff. And I know, fucking nerd. And it was like our bonding event, where it was like 4 of us, including myself, and the other 3 people were just like very big Disney fans. And they're like, let's all go watch Frozen together.
That'll do it.
And I was like, all right, I'm obviously outnumbered, so I'll pick and choose my battles.
I guess I'll say yes, because I have no choice.
I'll buy the popcorn, like. So we went and we watched it, and it was like halfway through the second song, which is within the first 15 minutes of
The window
movie.
is open and so's that
Yeah.
door. I didn't know they did that anymore.
Yeah, that's the one. And then it got all sad, and it was like, Elsa, are you coming out? That's okay, bye, bitch. Like, and it was just, I remember watching that, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be a long movie.
That's
and
fair.
It was good. I had a good time, but I remember just like looking at like who I was with and what we were doing, and they were just so
Loving it, yeah.
they're eating that shit up, and I was like, I gotta go to the bathroom, and they're like, really? like I was missing out on
Yeah.
like the most like historical event, and I
Yeah.
was just like,
That's
"You're
fair.
right, I can hold it." I held that shit.
You're a
No
fucking
way.
idiot.
I did.
I can
did.
understand now why you would say, Frozen.
It was the setting. It was not like
Yeah.
the movie. I don't know.
I legally watched it in my room, and it was like after it had come out, and I Frozen, you know, so I was like, yeah, I had already like wanted to see it before it became this like thing. So I was like, all right, whatever. And then I watched it. I was like, okay, cool. I'm in. It was to me. It was nice. I was like, this is good. Like ignoring everything. I was like, this is cool.
Real quick, can we talk about how Incredibles 2 dropped the ball?
Incredibles 2 didn't have a ball in its hand. Incredibles 2
It was
playing
practicing.
a completely different game entirely. Incredibles 2 didn't know we were playing a game. Dude, that movie has got to be the biggest disappointment. You know what? We got to make a list of the worst things to happen in the 2010s.
Well, what if we just make Mrs. Incredible thick?
Number 1, The Incredibles 2.
Number
The Incredibles
one.
2, Donald Trump, Vine getting deleted.
Oh, I love Brother Bear.
Dude, that was Joaquin Phoenix.
My jaw's dropped. Sorry, whoever.
Remember when that shit was busting as a kid?
Have
No.
you seen it recently? I haven't.
You didn't see Brother Bear?
Nah.
Brother Bear made me fucking sob
That
because
shit
I
was
was,
sad.
bro.
Brother Bear taught me what
It makes
family
me more
was.
sad than like when people are like, "The Lion King."
I thought you
I
were gonna
cried
say,
when I was.
Fox and the Hound.
Nothing tops that.
I saw that one.
Like
That shit had me hurt.
that shit. I'm still hurt, but
Anyway, as you're saying.
Brother Bear, and it's just like again going back to like my family and stuff. Tell everybody I'm on my way,
Is that
and
Brother
I'm
Bear?
loving every step I take. That's Ice Age actually. Wait, no, it's not.
Oh, you lied to me.
Tell everybody I'm on my way, and I'm loving every step I take. What is
That sounds
that?
like anything.
I'm googling the lyrics.
Did you guys see Encanto?
Nah.
No, I haven't.
Are you going to?
Nah.
Can't talk about it, please.
Sure.
So
It was Brother Bear. Go on.
It was Brother Bear?
Yeah.
So it takes place in Colombia. So they got some just straight up black people, and I actually really liked that.
Of course.
I was like,
Because there are black people. in it.
that's a black person. That is undeniably a black person. An Afro Latino. And yeah, that was cute. The first song, both Bay and I just kind of were like, for a second, like,
Maybe we're too old for this.
I don't know how to describe it, because I can be cynical, so I didn't say anything. I was just like, okay, I'm gonna watch this, you know. But like halfway into the song, she's like, all right. She was like, I just have to, and then she's like, and like just like stop. And I was like, I know. And it was, I don't know how to describe, like, the movie just kind of started, and then she's like, the main girl, what's her name? Maribel, something like Maribel. But she's like, yep, my family lives in this house, and we're in Encanto.
Hi,
No,
this
first-
is me and my crazy life.
First, I think it starts with like the grandma, and she's like, oh yeah, she's explaining everything to little. Okay, that's the thing.
This is why our family lives in this house.
All she's
Yes.
doing in
Yeah.
every photo is like, like,
That's her character.
yeah.
So I think my thing with it is it feels like Disney's just been doing the same shit. It always opens with like character when they were little. Always.
Oh yeah.
Little version of
Shout out
them.
Moana.
I might get canceled.
Go ahead.
I don't like Moana.
I fucking don't like Moana.
No, I know. I was just
Even
saying,
a little
I was
bit.
saying shout out because it started when she was like a baby.
That was one I'm sorry to any Moana diehards in there, because this one dude I saw on YouTube fucking loves Moana, so I'm sure there are a lot of people out there, because it was a packed theater when
Are
I
you talking
saw
about Schaefer Ellis?
I think with the
With the
Moana
crab,
crab.
yeah.
Yeah, he's like, fucking Moana's a goddamn masterpiece. I was like,
Yo, he
couldn't
also
see the
fucking
same-
hates Don't Look Up. He's one of those people that's like, this stupid piece of shit movie. It's like, whoa.
Real
Dude,
quick.
he made quirky.
That was
dude.
just funny to me.
That character, like the whole thing with it, like. So
Look how far away he is.
In the
Put it on the screen.
mini Encanto review, I guess. It opens up the same way every Disney movie opens up, with her as a kid, and they're like, "This is the story of your fucking family. my husband was murdered, I guess, violently. And then in my grief, I summoned a house through a candle. And the candle can't go out. It's like Charmander. But this is a real house, so it's not WandaVision.
Calcifer. Go on, it's from Studio Ghibli. Ghibli.
And it cuts to her as like teenage version of her or whatever, young teen, whatever the fuck she is. And she's like, yeah, I'm crazy. I'm getting ready for work. And my family's nuts.
You remind me of one of my coworkers right now.
Which one?
Yeah,
yeah.
That's all you needed. Yeah, say less.
So these little 3 kids come over and they're like, Encanto, what are you doing? What's the secret of your family? And she's like, I can't tell you that.
Her name's
Is that her
Encanto?
name?
No.
Oh.
Maribel. Something
Right.
Maribel. Like some variation on that name. And they're like, tell me the secret. And she's like, that's a long story. And they're like, tell us. And she's like, okay. And like breaks into song.
Tell us.
And the way it all happened felt like they were like, we know you're watching a Disney movie, so we have to sing, I guess. And it was just like, it was all happening really fast. And it was like, this isn't as clever as you. It was like a little cringy.
Yeah, I watched it when my sister watched it over in Texas. Like, I watched it on the part where the buff sister
Was singing?
Yeah, she's like walking around like singing, and I was like,
Well,
all right, have fun. I walked out.
Yeah, every song, well, not every one. There's like 2 or 3 that are like pretty good. But they start really awkward, and like when the song started, I was kind of like laughing, and that's when I was like, I'm just gonna not say anything. And then that's when Bae was like, what for a second, and I was like, yeah, I don't know. I was just gonna hold my tongue and wait, but it got better a little bit, but it was just weird. And I'm gonna skip to the end. By the end of the movie, we were like, what was the point? Like, what was there was like kind of no purpose to anything. And so each family member gets a door, and they open that door and they get an ability. They get quirks. It's My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
It's actually My Hero Academia. Seriously.
Yeah, I walked in and my sister. I asked my sister, do they all have powers? And she's like, yeah, pretty much. I was like, okay, cool.
It's My Hero. So it's My Hero, and she is Deku.
yeah, because she's like, I don't have any
Yeah.
special.
And
But I have the most special power, right? No, oh my god.
It's just she gets some. Oh, she's just.
Her personality is her power.
That's
No,
the thing,
she
is like
just-
there's no real point. So like, okay, it's her as a kid, and it's like, when you get your door, then you'll be my granddaughter.
Oh my god. Yeah, actually, I remember someone saying something like that.
And then she like goes, it's a big old event when they go to their door. So she's like in her little birthday suit, her little quinceañera, but she's 5. And then she goes up, and then the door like fades away, and everybody's like, what the monster truck? And then it fast forwards to when she's older, and her little cousin, who's black, very black, is like, I'm scared. I don't know if I'm gonna get my little door. And then that's the moment when you go, aw, because Bae was like, oh. And I was like, in T-way. And she's like, you're my special power. And then she's just like, and I'm like, bro, whatever. This is like, it was just cheap like heartstring pulls. And then whatever, the kid talks to animals. He gets a door and he talks to fucking animals. And then she's like, what about cousin Uncle Bruno? Like
Uncle Bruno.
Oh, okay, wait. Sorry, I'm skipping shit. All right, so the house starts to crack. The house starts cracking. She has like a That's So Raven.
Yeah, I remember because she went to the place and was like, guys, the house is fucked up.
Yeah,
They're
but like before that, she sees like the house is like
Yeah.
melting, and she's like, oh fuck, and she like runs into the family dinner, and she's like, guys, we're gonna die.
You might want to see
Yeah,
this.
literally. You might want to see it. And then they all come out like, oh fuck, and the house is like fine, and then the grandma's like, she's stupid, go back in. And then she's like, grandma, I promise. And she's like, don't fucking embarrass me with my fucking friends again. And she's like, I'm sorry. I'm making the grandma look worse than the movie makes her look.
Well, someone
also.
told me that like the point of it was like family can be toxic and like trauma driven, and then I was like, I don't think Disney was thinking that hard, but
If they were, they did a terrible job
Yeah.
with it. So like, it felt like they so by the there's so much and so little.
start
all
with
at
Cousin
once.
Uncle Bruno.
Yeah, I gotta keep going with that. Okay, so she tells grandma, she's like, you're dumb, you're stupid. And then she asks her cousins and sisters, like, yo, what's up with Uncle Bruno? Like, where'd he go? And they're like, we don't talk about Bruno. And they have a whole song. We don't talk about Bruno.
Is that the
Yeah,
guy that was on
I
the back
saw.
of the cover?
Probably.
Yeah, the guy who was,
I'm obviously not
From the cut.
welcomed.
yeah. And they kind of trick you into thinking, it's not really a trick because that's another thing. Disney's been doing like the fake out villain
Yeah.
for years since Frozen. That's why I say Frozen to me was the last like bastion of like this is at least good because that was the first movie in this whole thing that was doing the like haha that's not really the villain though, and they did it better I think. But this was like it's like you expect it at this point. It's like okay, well Bruno's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grandma's kind of fucking around, so it's probably I mean she's not being great. So,
Yeah.
but it's like even to a lesser extent. Okay, so. I can get why someone would say it's like family, whatever, but blah blah blah. She goes to look for Bruno. Eventually, everybody gets a song, and then she goes and looks for Bruno. And she goes into his door room, and it's like a Zelda fucking room. She has to solve a puzzle and get across the thing, and then he had like a glass that's broken, and there's sand, and she starts picking up the glasses. And the room starts to fill with sand, like Indiana Jones or like Luigi's Mansion 3. And then she's like, uh-oh, and she grabs them all fast, and whatever. She's like, oh, the house is gonna fucking explode or die, and it's my fault. And then she shows her dad, and she's like, and the dad's like, nobody can know about this, and they're whispering. And then the sister who can hear real good.
Oh yeah, the nosy one.
Yeah, she hears, and she's like, oh. And then she walks away. And then Maribel's like, she's gonna tell, and my first thought is, why? Like, you haven't established anything that makes me like, why would she? It was like, that was the point where I no longer could I be along this ride. I'm like, what? Why wouldn't she talk to you first? Like, what's going on? It was just like, this is stupid. They think I'm dumb now, and she like says it to her dad because they were like talking, and it's like, okay, what? And then suddenly they're at dinner. And that's when I was like, they really don't give a fuck because they're just like moving. And then like the sister's like there, and then Maribel's like fucking like staring at her like don't say shit. And then like something gets in front of her, and then she like it like telephones through the whole fucking like row of family members with like it wasn't funny, it wasn't good. I'm sorry, Encanto. And it gets to the grandma, and then she's like, oh, you're what the fuck? And then she finds Bruno. He's living in the fucking walls like the boy.
He's living in the fucking walls like the boy.
And then
Spoilers.
actually huge
Actually,
spoilers
very
for the
big
boy.
spoiler.
Huge spoilers for the boy. It's a fantastic movie. Fantastic. But she's about to die and fall to her death. And then she's like, help me, fucking help. House. Oh, the house is magic. Sorry. The house moves. So when she goes, house, the house helps us. So, like, she's hanging. So it's like, house help. And the house couldn't. And then Bruno's like, boom. And he comes back. And he's like, your hands are sweaty. And it's like, ha ha, hee hee. And then he falls.
They fly now.
Yeah.
They fly now.
He falls. And then they've reversed roles. And then he falls to his death. And
he's-
then at that point, I'm like, oh, so the floor is close. And then the floor was close. And then he's like, okay. And then she's like, wait, you're like not weird. And he's like, no. And
just
then it's
a
like, well,
dude.
what happened? And he's like, yeah, I mean, I would make predictions and they didn't like that. And it's like, oh, okay.
You're just like me, right?
No.
Oh.
It's like, oh, grandma was mean to you. It's like, yeah.
So I moved away
So
and
everybody-
separated from toxic.
She was mean to me, so then everybody else was mean to me. He didn't move away. He stayed to help the family still. He just was in the walls. Even though they all were shitting on him.
Oh.
And then he's like, oh, you're actually dope, cousin Uncle Bruno. I'm going to have to help you out. And then
Okay.
she leaves the walls, and then she talks to her grandma, and then the house falls apart. And then she's like, Grandma, you were right. I fucking suck. And then Grandma was like, no, I fucking suck. How dare I have done this to you? I was so blinded by family that I didn't think about my family. And I was like, what?
Well, Encanto and Bruno.
Oh, also they were losing all their powers while the house was falling apart.
Okay.
So buff strong girl was no longer strong.
But does she
Was
still
she-
look like that?
Yes.
Oh. I want her to deflate.
I was hoping she would. She didn't. She just was like, she couldn't hold 18 donkeys anymore. She was just like you or I, but huge. So it was like, you're useless. And she was like crying, and they're like, oh, Big, can you move the piano? And she's like, yeah. And then she's just crying at that point. And then there's the pretty girl, the really beautiful one.
The flower one?
She's like Aerith. If Aerith could make flowers appear everywhere, who can do that? Whatever. Who cares? She's perfect, and then she's like, Maribel's like, you suck because you're perfect, and she's like, my life is hard because I'm perfect, and then she leaves it at that. We're just supposed to be like, it was just, the movie had so much it wanted to do, and it would stop mid. It feels like when I am having like some sort of a fucking mental breakdown, and I will just start things and like finish, like I won't like I start things and it gets halfway and I just like go on to the next thing, but they like made that into a movie. Like, and it was like, so that's why I say, like, what is the point? Because, okay, sorry, they're losing all their powers. The whole house collapses and nobody has any powers at this point.
Okay.
Kid can't talk to animals. Girl can't do the magic flowers anymore. But she in her musical number, her and Mary Bell are like yelling at each other, and then she ends up making a like cactus come out of the ground instead of like a flower, and she's like, this is different. I like it. La, and like now she's singing about how it's different, and then she has like completely like fucked up hair now, like it's like all patches of different colors, and her dress is like patches of different colors, and she makes cacti now and other things because she makes her happy.
Cool.
And Maribel's like, this is perfect. This is working. I gotta tell Grandma that we can just be ourselves and things will work out. And then that's when Grandma's like, you're ruining the tradition. You're stupid. And she's like, no, Grandma, it's okay. Things can be different. She's like, no, the fuck it cannot. And then that's when the house
Absolutely
breaks.
not.
And blah, 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 blah. And then, so when they're having their heart-to-heart, and then Grandma has her fucking song, because you know she has her fucking song with her fucking daughter.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm thinking, oh, okay, so they're going to rebuild the house without magic. And the whole point will be, we don't need magic. It's all about family.
Okay.
So they're building the house. They get the whole city comes to help because they love the family. Like the whole city would go to their house and like hang out with them and like, you know, celebrate whenever someone opened the door. So
They're the Eternals.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Just kidding.
I haven't seen the Eternals, so I don't know. But whole city comes with like shit to build the house, and they're singing, and they're like, we're gonna help you, and then they build it, and then they're like, here, Maribel, for you, and it's like her own doorknob because everybody gets like a door with the doorknob, and then her door is like the front door to the house. It's got a big old M on it for Maribel. And then they put the doorknob in. They put the doorknob into the door, and then it goes.
What the fuck?
So.
What? Oh my god.
Keep going. I want to know where this goes.
So as soon as they put the doorknob in the door, mind you, I've resigned. Okay, they don't need magic. I swear to you, the doorknob goes in and like it's like Kingdom Hearts. Like this bitch starts like lighting up, and the house gets like more magical than it was before. And then everybody's powers are back. And then it's like, oh, we fucking did. Whoa! And they're like Fortnite
Zap,
dancing.
zap.
Yeah, like. And then they're like, we did it. We're in Encanto. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you still don't have any power. Like, I was like, wait, whoa. What was the point?
Her power is to give everybody else power, Devin.
Her power is to succumb, to submit. And she's really positive, and I like that, but it was like, that was it. Like, that was her thing. And that was like the nail in the coffin. Was like, what are you telling me? And like,
What was the reason?
the grandma wasn't mean enough, and she was like, it was like sly little comments that she would do, and it wasn't even really like, they never drew attention to it, and it was always just kind of like,
Just some real shit.
yeah, but like not even like, because I feel like at some point, at least in my real life, family has been disgusting, like absolutely just like mean spirited and like nasty. If they're going for like toxic, and I know that's not how every family is, but for her to have like this arc, it was like, what are you? What? She was never really doing that much. I mean, she like ostracized Bruno, but the whole family did. Every one of them was like, where are they? What's going on? It was weird.
Look.
Oh yeah, Bruno also showed up with grandma was yelling at the girl.
Let me tell you what the movie's about, Devin, since you clearly don't understand.
Yeah, sorry, I'm stupid.
So the movie's about that sometimes you're not special. And on top of not being special, sometimes you have to carry your family on your back. And that's your responsibility.
Sometimes you're not special and you never will. Sorry.
And sometimes you get shat on. You're just going to be shat on for the whole rest of your life. And you're just going to have to deal with it. Because that's your role to play in the family.
Okay. Cool.
You're the doorknob to the house, but you can't come in the house.
But you can't use anything in it.
Yeah. And everyone else can, and they're going to never be respectful of you. And
you might as well be a
show you
doormat, is what this movie's about. All right?
That's what Bruno was.
So
they accepted him by the end, guys. Don't worry. He was cool.
Of course.
yeah, right. That was for the cameras.
And cut. Fuck off me, Bruno.
Swinging.
He has to like run.
Crawls back into a crack in the wall.
Yeah, it was okay. I like the black people.
I'm so tired of mediocre movies.
Dude.
Have you seen the trailer
it's
for
Disney too?
For Marry Me?
Huh?
No, I don't know.
I
what that
refuse
is.
to like. It showed up on my feed, but you know, when you can like tap it and the sound doesn't play. I was like watching it for a second in mute. It's like a movie with Jennifer Lopez and Owen Wilson.
Oh, yeah.
And like I
It was
saw
one of those
for a
dystopian
second.
ass trailers I saw.
I already don't give any shit.
Is that why you put
piss
Jennifer
or
Lopez
fart
on your?
to fucking Jennifer Lopez?
The casting for these movies is fucking weird,
I just-
dude. Jason Statham and Aubrey Plaza are at the start of another movie.
Okay.
Exactly.
And to answer your question, I just have always never liked Jennifer Lopez like that.
That's fair.
I only if
I don't
Jenny
think
from the
she's a
Block
very
is on,
great
I'm gonna
actor.
sing it. That's about it. Come into my fur. That's what she says in Hustlers. I haven't seen it. I just know she says
Oh,
that.
because I worked at the theater when that came out. Damn, I forgot what I was gonna play.
Do you guys
I'm just talking about
want
mediocre movies.
to wrap it up with the
Music.
With the
music
song?
recommendations?
Yeah. Now, personally, a few weeks
Yeah?
ago, Dawn FM came out by The Weeknd. I'm gonna go ahead and preface this with I am not a Weeknd fan. Like fan. I'm not like
Weekend
man.
fan, Dome and Domers?
Yeah, exactly. But this album right here,
Welcome to the Weekend Dome. Go on.
this album right here, got a young inward fiending, I must say.
It's pretty good.
It's
yeah.
really good. It's 80s synth pop Weekend edition, and I didn't know that's exactly what I wanted to hear, but it's exactly what I wanted to fucking
I'm a
hear.
motherfucking star boy.
It's like
It's much, much better than that.
it's like so much like above that. It's crazy, and I can't say I don't dislike that song. I just don't really care about.
This
that
is
song.
all I hear anytime I hear like
The
the
Weeknd.
Weekend.
I don't even. I was so detached from him. I didn't even think of a song. Like
That's good.
I only ever thought about like my old coworker who was like, "Oh, I really like The Weeknd," and he has really good taste in music. So I was like, "You like The Weeknd?" And like ever since then, I've like sort of like had a bit of respect for him, The Weeknd, because of my old coworker who I had respect for, and
Who I did respect.
who I also respected.
Respectfully.
Respectfully, and then I was talking to an individual a few years ago who was a huge Weeknd fan, and I would like listen to some stuff because of them, and I was like, okay, he's all right. And that's where I kind of began and ended. But I liked the promotion for his most recent album, and I liked the album cover, and I liked I heard like at least for the past few years when he comes out with something, he's been at least in Starboy, I've noticed he'll have like a little teaser for the album. And he'll like kind of play clips of the songs. And I heard a few clips of songs where I was like, that sounds kind of fucking disgusting. So I was like, I'll listen to it. Man, I put that bitch on. Mind you, I had really good headphones. I got some wonderful headphones, and I was listening to a lot of music, and I was like, damn, this shit is like actually sounding the way it should now. And then I listened to it. I heard like every little like teedle-dee and little twinkle in the fucking production. It's fantastic. It's genuinely fucking great. I think everyone should go listen to it. Michael Jackson meets Prince. 80s synth pop about drugs and women and dying.
Sick.
The Weeknd.
Incredible.
Go listen.
Oh, my turn?
Okay.
I have been listening to, let me preface it as like, I sometimes, if I find a song I really like, I'll just play it over and over and over again, and that's my toxic trait. And so what I've been trying to do lately is like just pick an artist and like listen to them all day and like all their songs and like dissect them a little bit. And the person I just did that recently with was FKA Twigs. I was like, uh-oh. I think a little part of my brain is lighting up right now, because I always used to think that like the music I would make is in relation to like Home Shake and Toro y Moi as like a pairing, and like I was the baby. But now I'm like, okay, I think I gotta add like FKA Twigs to the equation. And I became like hella inspired. I listened to Ride the Dragon off her new album.
Did you listen to the whole thing?
I did.
Do you like it?
I do.
That's good.
Yeah.
I listened to
Pretty
it.
good.
Yeah.
The Weeknd is on the album.
He is. I was laying there. I was like, sorry. I was in the Dracula position, and I like freaking rose from my coffin.
I really like that song too. She goes, my hips, my thighs, and all that shit. I'm just like, oh, what about him?
I like
Tell me more.
Something Beamers, light Beamers.
Something like that. Chopping. I'm chopping.
I didn't finish the album. I still listened to a little bit, but it was good so far.
I got to like the end of it, and I was like, okay, solid, nice. It was probably like, I liked a Meta Angel as well.
That's one I have on
Yeah,
the playlist.
that one goes a little nutty. I put it on the playlist.
Poppy Bones had me like shaking my shoulders. I was like, oh.
I only listened once, and I started falling asleep towards the later half. Not because it was boring, but because I was
There's just
purposely
so
gonna take a nap. Yeah, I was laying down to nap, and I was just listening to the album.
I feel like Poppy Bones was the last song where I was like, yeah, and then everything else was like, I forget what that sounds like, but I think that is like that's halfway. So I agree with you. And I was at work. I was like completely conscious, and that was when it started to all not sound the same, but like just became white noise after for a while.
I was completely conscious.
As
if you're not normally conscious.
It's because he was falling asleep. I also really like Shy Girl.
Yeah.
You guys, if you haven't taken a dive into her music, she's great.
You think about Shy Girls? Yeah.
Same thing happened.
Yeah.
I also like Shy Girl.
I was like, hey, yo, Shy Girls is on there. I was like, hold up. Let me pull my glasses down. Girl. What? This is... I can't say that.
You don't say it. Don't say it.
Don't say it. Don't think it. Don't say it. Don't think it. Don't say it.
And then I've also just been listening to Wet.
Is that an artist?
Yeah.
Huh.
She has a song with Blood Orange that I like play, and I imagine myself fucking spinning in the rain. Just, bound to you, put and tie. Never need to do. That shit has me singing in the rain. That's my take. Oh, and Machine Girl. That's it. Thank you. Go on.
Well, I get to speak.
And you?
You turn.
I've been listening to
Go ahead, say it.
Yeah, don't hesitate.
number 1, Boldy James and the Alchemist.
Nice.
Specifically the song Hot Water Tank and the song after it, I think. No Laughing Matter. There we go. Damn. The Alchemist does not miss.
Damn, Ethan, damn.
Boldy James, also really fucking good. He's part of that whole, like, I think he's part of, is he part of Griselda?
Griselda.
Yeah, with West Side Gun and, like,
Benny the Butcher.
Benny the Butcher.
Fire. Larry.
I think Conway might be a part
Conway
of
the
it, too.
Machine. Yeah, he's definitely a part of that.
Yeah. Shit's fucking busting.
Dude, when the three of them fools get on a track, oh my god, they're going nuts. They're fucking suplexing fools off of that. It's awesome.
And then 2, Toro y Moi.
Postman.
Nah,
I don't like Postman.
the one with
which is
salami.
why-
That's
Okay, thank
going
you.
stupid, dude.
Woo!
He made a whole.
I
music
feel like
video for
Postman might grow on me after I hear the album.
Yeah, to me they
After-
both sound like you got to hear the whole.
Yeah, I agree. And I also agree that the other one is better than Postman.
That shit. Oh my
It's
god.
to me like way better than it. Like it's like,
yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
they should have just left it at that.
Yeah,
It's
they
like,
didn't need it.
yeesh. Oh my
It-
goodness.
It's one of those songs where it's like, I hope the rest of the album is.
Yeah.
I believe in him. I'm not worried at all.
That song is good.
Yeah.
When she comes in with the vocals, it's stupid.
Ow.
And the drums, man, like just the layering of it.
And finally, Denzel Curry.
Walking.
Oh my
That
god.
shit
I'm waiting
is
for it.
stupid.
Oh my god. Like, it's just been on repeat, literally. I cannot believe it.
It's interesting. I've seen a lot of people with that opinion. Like a lot of people, I'm seeing a lot of tweets like, I can't stop listening.
It's just so fucking good. Like, oh my god. And there's so much to unpack in like that one, like, cause he's spitting like constantly, and it's just his flow, like the beat change, everything about it's fucking great.
Yeah, the beat change. I was gonna say the beat change for me is when the song, like, truly grew on me.
Yeah.
Like I always liked it, but I was like, okay, I was just kind of vibing. Then like the beat switch up came, and I was like,
It was
There it is.
exactly what I wanted when I needed it.
yeah, it was like it's
It
like a
came at a
really
good time.
well structured song, and
It's got momentum.
his
Yeah.
delivery on top of that, and like he's kind of repeating lines, but he's like, it's just I don't know especially when the beat change comes in, he kind of puts this like stink on it, and when he's like, "Hey, no, you gotta walk, no, you gotta walk," I like that part right there, like really sticks out to me, and it's I don't know, it's good, it's good. I'm really excited for the album.
Me fucking
Yeah.
too. Tuh.
Hope it comes out soon, man. I'm scared it's gonna probably be like summer, probably like end of summer or something. I really don't need that.
At least you know it'll be good.
Yeah, but fuck, man. I just like someone like Denzel. You can't do that to me.
Well, here's the thing though. We keep getting surprised with music like every fucking week. You know what I mean? Like it'll be fine. Before you know it, that's just gonna be out.
Dude, Melody's Echo Chamber. She's back at it again.
Yeah. I like that single a lot, actually.
She's a fucking queen.
There's another song. I have my phone on me, but
Yeah, same. A new track? Or newish?
I think so.
Oh, do you guys like Raven Lene?
The
There
one
it
with,
is. Skin tight?
Yeah, with Steve Lacy.
Stinky.
Uh-oh.
Raven Lene is like I
Uh-oh.
think she might be like one of my favorite like new artists, like top like 5. Like
She's
I
so
fucking
talented.
love her. Like
I love
at
that
least
EP a
singers.
lot.
Like that EP goes absolutely dumb. I hate to admit that someone that loved to always say how right they were about what I was going to do in the future put me onto that, and I have to submit. I don't think they'd be listening to this, but if they ever do, I will admit you put me on to Raven Lene. You probably know who you are if you would even be listening, but yeah, like she's fucking great, dude. That EP is phenomenal. The way she sings, like the production, her and Steve seem to like work together a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say that like Steve Lacy's like I guess production for Raven Lene I think worked really, really well. Cause I think he produced the whole EP. I'm pretty sure. I want to say he produced the new song too. I'm not sure what their relationship is or whatever, but
Probably
like,
homies.
yeah, I think it's really dope. Like seeing that kind of like relationship and them just making shit together is cool.
Really quick, I don't know why. Well, I thought about this because I was gonna say if she has an album coming out soon, I pray to Jesus Christ the whole thing is fucking amazing, or like cause I think the EP is amazing, so I want it to be like a continuation of that momentum. But I personally feel that Still Woozy kind of fell off a little bit.
I agree. I've said this.
So it
before.
sounded kind of like how. So it sounded
bland.
kind of
It
samey
was.
too. I
Kinda
think
samey.
like it's just
Yeah.
like okay.
To
Sounds
me,
like
it's
something else you
weaker
made.
versions of those singles he was coming out with.
Yeah.
And he was coming out with them like
They were
those-
powerful, they were short, they were sweet, and I feel like I don't know, maybe he like was like I don't know. I don't really know. I don't want to pretend like I know what he's thinking, but
Like I can appreciate a song of his when it's on, but like I think like a lot of recent stuff just hasn't been like sticking with me. Like, I'm not gonna like really come back to it, I guess. You know?
I agree.
I listened to the album and like few tracks. I remember listening, and I was kind of bored by like the entirety of it. And there's like some tracks that are good, but even those like newer good tracks aren't as good as like his singles that he was dropping. They had so much like purpose and power and momentum behind him. I felt like he was like really confident like with those, and like just the way the beat would like, I don't know. He
still got time.
I'm waiting for Infinite
Still
Beast.
time. It's just like maybe he should like give us a hiatus so that way when he comes back it's like finally.
He should just like push his sound and
Yeah,
Yeah.
he just has to push himself. I think maybe work with some different people.
not pull a home shake.
The home shake hot take.
Whoopsie.
What's I gonna say?
Doubt it.
No, you're not.
Fuck.
You shouldn't be.
Fuck.
Was it had to do with Mr. Woozy?
No.
Mr. Shake?
No.
Well, I can help you there.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Was it in their wheelhouse?
I don't
Sonically.
think so. I think let's talk about something that's going to come out. I can't remember,
Let's
but
think.
either way, No Worries is going to come out. Well, nothing's like officially going to come out, but like
No, yeah.
Anderson Paak
It's
confirmed that there will be another No Worries project, which
If not this year, for sure.
Which
Like
saved
probably
me.
beginning of next year.
because that album, bro.
Yes, Lord.
If you haven't listened to it, please do yourself.
Which
a
I
favor.
still haven't.
Oh my god, man! I want that on vinyl. That would be good on vinyl.
I feel it.
Yeah. Ooh, Idols. Listen to Idols. The most recent album. And Mannequin Pussy. There we go.
Oh, we're
That's
just
what I
doing
listen to a
album
lot.
recs? Hold up.
I'm just doing kind of like band recommendation now.
I kind of go through phases of obsession. Like same with like you listening to like a singular song over and over.
Yeah.
I can't do that now anymore unless it's like a really fucking good song. I normally, cause I'll like burn myself out on it really quick. So I'll normally run a whole album like over and over again.
Yeah.
Which is why The Weeknd was really good for me. But
Yeah.
this earlier, I guess it's 2022 now. Last year, I got really into Prince and then really into Smashing Pumpkins. And Siamese Dream by Smashing Pumpkins, if you have not fucking listened to that shit, dude. Siamese Dream and Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. They go stupid. Those are like
Siamese Dream is the
96
orange
dude.
joint?
With
the
the two
kids?
like kids.
Yeah, that one's good.
It's
That one has Quiet on it.
dude. It's got Geek USA. It's got
Mayonnaise. I hate mayonnaise, but I love the
That song
Mayonnaise.
goes dumb. It goes stupid. The whole album is phenomenal, dude. And then Siamese Dream has like, Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness has just, it's like a double album, and like every song is good, and it's like long as it has no reason being that long, but it's worth it. It's crazy. It's to think that was 1993 is like holy fuck. Like imagine that. Anyway, Sonic Youth is fucking good too. I'm just gonna go through a bunch of bands at this point.
Hey, well, those are our music recommendations for this time.
Yeah.
New segment on the Trench Strollers Club.
We're gonna start doing that. Get used to that. We'll have more.
It's not funny.
structure
We're
at
actually
some
gonna do
point.
that shit.
Fucking tweaking.
Gonna fucking explode. Anything else before we wrap up, fellas and fellas?
Do you want to recommend any more music?
No. I'll save it for
Enough
next time.
said.
And that's that.
Bye.
Have a
Bye.
good week. Love you.